Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, as y'all already know, this has been a pretty boring episode too. I think next week we might get into all the stuff that Tasha K and I think All About the Tea they ended up having like receipts on. So y'all just go ahead and sit back and get ready for this boring review this week. So it started out with Kimmy going to throw axes with her coworker. The woman's name is Kisa. I think that's how she said it. But anyway, they have a lot in common. They are both considered to be single mothers, and apparently she knows all about Letitia and Melody's drama. And so she was talking to her, and she was just like, look, you're not in the middle of it, but I don't understand why they keep putting you in the middle of it. And Kimmy is sick of it. And, she was just expressing how she feels about it. So, of course, she also brought up Miss Wanda and how she likes to insert herself and how she keeps trying her. So, y'all already know how I feel about Miss Wanda. She needs to just stop. She's doing the most. And I understand her daughter does not want to stand up for herself, but it is very infuriating for her mama to feel the need to jump in on every little thing that's going on in life. And it's like, girl, please go somewhere and sit down. Please get you some business. Go take care of the grandkids or something. So anyway, Tisha is going to this jiu-jitsu self-defense course. Marceau is out of town. He supposedly is out of town for 3 days in Texas. We already know he cheating, but okay. Pretty sure that's what it's going to be, that we're going to find out, like for real, that some cheating's going on, despite them getting online recently with the side chick, one of many that Marceau has had, trying to make it seem like that's not what's going on, but okay. Anyway, she ended up inviting her friend April so that they can do this self-defense class, but she made the friend feel like it was just a workout class. Now, her friend is newly single, and she trying to make it seem like she was looking out for her, but she just didn't want to be at that class by herself. Y'all know she can't do nothing on her own. But anyway, so the friend was looking at her like, girl, you already know you're wrong because you lied and said that this was a self-defense class, but it's not. And so she was like, look, it's something that you needed, and, I just, didn't tell you everything, and it is a form of working out. But anyway, so they were talking, and because she's newly single, she feels the need to try to give her a mommy makeover and set her up on these speed dates. And it's like, girl, your marriage is trash. Who are you to try to make it seem like you are a matchmaker in the first place? So I don't know why you trying to do that. But anyway, so apparently there are several people in the city of Huntsville, who thinks that it's okay to just say, hey, I'm throwing an event. And you know what? The people who are going to be on the panel or who are going to speak are these people, including you, and I have not even asked you. So April did the same thing to her, because she's like, oh, well, who's going to be speaking? And she was like, well, this is just going to be my second time speaking. I don't do this. And y'all already know how she is about public speaking. So I'm just like, girl, I don't understand why everybody just want to try to throw somebody in the mix and ain't even asked anybody. You don't know the people's schedule. You don't know what these people got going on, but you want to sit up here and be like, oh, well, you're going to be on my panel. You're going to be in my event, when you haven't checked with these people to see what they have going on. But these people do have lives. She has 3 whole kids, despite the fact that she finds a way to do other stuff for herself nowadays, since she does not allow Marceau so much free reign as she has in the past. But I'm just like, girl, please stop. You, your friend, and everybody else who thinks that this is fine to just say, hey, you're gonna be in my event. I don't understand that. So anyway, Melody ended up meeting up with Dr. Francis, and y'all know that he is the psychiatrist and psychologist, that her husband Martell had been meeting up with, and she actually feels comfortable talking to him. And so this session they were talking, and he was trying to get down to the bottom of why a lot of stuff has been going on with her and Martell. She's trying to make it seem like everything is okay with her and Martell right now, besides the fact that she doesn't spend time in the house like she used to because she has a lot going on. And also, she brought up the fact that her father hasn't been in her life. And he was like, I was wondering when you were going to bring up your daddy. And I just always felt that it is crazy to me how people can create kids and they're not in their lives. And especially fathers, I don't understand, because I've already told y'all on several occasions when my daddy found out that my mama was pregnant with me, he set it all the way off. He was a smoker. He quit cold turkey. He was always there. He worked, you know what I'm saying? He had side hustles and everything else, but he was still there, very present. Money was brought into the house. He was in the house. We ate dinner together every night. We did activities together. Quality time was spent. So I just don't understand when stuff like that happened. But anyway, it got a little heavier, if you will, as they got down to the end of the session, which basically she made it the end of the session when he was trying to get her to understand the correlation between all of these things that she has going on with all the businesses, with her trying to do this play, her ripping and running and doing all this stuff, on top of having a brand new baby, 4 kids total that she's taking care of, trying to take care of the household, take care of her husband and everything else. She got a whole brand out here by herself and ones with her husband. And it's like, you're trying to maintain all of this stuff, but you think that this is going to trickle down and be okay. I understand that she grew up and had this notion that everybody wants me to be successful, and for whatever reason, that's just the way everybody saw my life going. So I didn't want to ruin anybody's opinion of how things were going to go for me. And so I didn't mind being that person that people thought I'm going to be successful. So she didn't mind being a people pleaser for her family. But when Dr. Francis said to her, this is going to be a trickle down effect to your kids, one day, all of this stuff you're doing and basically kind of, neglecting them little by little, it's going to trickle down, because she's not spending that time that she needs to spend with her kids, and it's going to affect them in the long run. She didn't want to hear that, and she kind of cut the session off and was like, yeah, well, this was a nice session. I'll see you next time. And he was just looking at her like, oh, okay. And I live for his reactions to them, because both of them do stuff and he just be looking at them. And I'm just like, yeah, I like people like you, because you could just give them a certain look and they already know what it is. So anyway, y'all, I just don't understand why her father would never pick up the phone. She said that her mama would make her call him, and like he basically would almost never pick up the phone. And so of course that would break her. It would make her really sad. And for whatever reason, in that moment is when she realized that that's the negative thing in her life that kind of is like, okay, that's the broken part of me. She didn't even realize that. So anyway, Melanie and Martell are at the house, and so of course she tells him about the session and how she had that breakthrough and how she didn't even realize that was a situation for her until that very moment. And then of course they got into it about how she don't do the stuff she need to do in the house, and how her kind of getting her foot in the door and doing the things that she's doing now, plus a lot of the things that she's doing now, how that affected how he ended up doing what he did, which was stepping out on her. And I'm just like, here we go again. I'm just tired. I feel like Martell was going to do it anyway. I feel like he's done it for a while, even before she had all these other businesses and these other business ventures. So I don't know. But anyway, they got into it again over there, and I'm just like, Lord, somebody please. Somebody just stop. Because he's just like, I needed all this attention, and you basically weren't giving me the attention that I needed, and you weren't in the house, and you weren't doing everything that you could have been doing for me and for the kids, and that's why I stepped out. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So anyway, Kimmy and Maurice are talking, and it just got to the point where, she's at her actual event, which was this voting event. And she was just like, look, I just wish everybody would grow up, because everybody should be able to just get along. We have all been friends. Why can't we just do these things together? Why can't we be in settings and just behave as adults? Just grow up. Y'all, everybody showed up but Martell. He called ahead of time actually trying to say that him and his wife weren't going to be there, but Melody actually did show up because she was like, look, I gave my word. I said I was going to be there. Martell has his own reasons for not wanting to be there, and I get it because Letitia's husband sat up there and tried to put all kinds of restraining orders and things on him, and he ain't speaking to him anyway. So it's like, why be in a situation where you feel uncomfortable or you feel like you might do something that's going to jeopardize your brand? So I mean, I get it, but I just wish all of this would die down to nothing because it's just all stupid to me. All of them been cheating, and it's like, you can tell that Martell is holding that secret in because of the way that Marceau reacts, because he goes just far enough to where Martell don't have to pull somebody in his back pocket on him. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait for that to happen, because that might happen next episode. But anyway, so yeah, this is basically a grassroots initiative that Kimmy has going on. And while they were actually out walking around and, you know, handing out flyers and doing what they do, Tisha's mama actually was there, and, you know, Kimmy thanked her for coming, and she was just like, look, you know, I just want you to do what you need to do and just, you know, respect me. I'm not coming at you sideways. I understand that you're like a mama bear and the way that you treat Tisha, I get it, but you don't have to be that way with me. And it's like, girl, you already know how she is. And Miss Wanda, of course, is like, well, I don't like people ganging up on my daughter, and the way people treat her is not right. And when I feel like people not treating my daughter right, then I'm gonna come for them. And I'm just like, okay, I get it, but you be doing the most. Like, ma'am, just stop. So anyway, Tisha and Melody met up, and it got to a point where Tisha was just like, okay, well, let me know what lies my husband told, because Melody was just like, you know, Marceau lies. He's told many lies. And so she's like, when? He's never lied. And I'm like, girl, he lied to your face every day. He probably was not in Texas, and if he was in Texas, he was not on business because your husband stayed cheating on you. He probably has the most side heifers out of all the people on this show who've been cheating. But okay, let's keep on with this narrative of my husband don't cheat and my husband ain't never did nothing. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I've been telling y'all ever since season 1 that I can tell that he been cheating, and I can't wait for it to come out, because it's just like, why lie? Why lie? And you can tell that she gonna stay there 99% of the time. I believe that 99%, there's a 99% chance that that heifer is gonna stay, despite what she finds out. Because it's like, he has so much stuff going on financially, why would she leave him? And yeah, she's trying to do little stuff now, but it seems like she's more focused on her mommy podcast and, you know, basically just that. And I don't even know if that really brings any money in. So of course, her husband's construction business brings in a lot of stuff. So whatever it is that she does in that capacity, that's her little check, I guess. If she gets paid for that, whatever it was she was doing, I don't even know if she still does that. But anyway, I'm just like, girl, you know your husband out here cheating. Let's just stop. Stop the shenanigans. I'm just tired. So anyway, I think her name is Shalon. Shalon is Melody's sister, and she came over. And apparently nobody knew of Melody's existence as far as her other siblings are concerned, because it's kind of like a situation where her daddy had several kids all over the place or whatever. They didn't know about her for 19 years. And I'm just like, sir, this don't make no sense. And they already had a strained relationship, and they are in apparently an amazing space and place now, which I think is great, because she does need family in her life. Yeah, she's in her 30s now, but I feel like it's never too late, especially if you really are trying. And I'm glad she's there for her nieces and nephews, and they have a great relationship, but she still does not have a relationship with her father. And I'm just like, look, it's just to the point where she's like, look, I want to mend fences. I want all of my family relationships to be mended, because it is affecting me in the way I operate. And I didn't even realize that something was broken inside of me, basically until she had that meeting with Dr. Francis, y'all. So anyway, I already told y'all earlier that Marceau is supposedly in Texas for 3 days on business. And she got on the phone with the girl April again. That's the girl who is newly single. She was FaceTiming her, and she was like, well, you know, Marceau was talking to me the other day, and he said that he feels so lonely and he feels alone, and even when he's at home he feels alone. And you know how that is. You know what that means. If somebody is acting like that, that can lead to them cheating. And she start crying. And I'm like, girl, you already know he cheating. But anyway, y'all know how I feel about Tisha and how dumb she chooses to be. So I can't have sympathy for that. Like, allegedly, she already know about the side chick. And the heifer that we've all seen on the little Zoom or whatever it is they were using is one of the side chicks. So it's like, why is we doing this? Why are you sitting up here in cahoots with the side chick, trying to make it seem like y'all ain't had no beef with one another, ain't nothing going on and whatever? Y'all, I'm just tired. I'm just ready for everything to come out, because every time you look up, everybody lying for no reason, and I just don't understand. But anyway, her friend was like, look, him saying all this stuff to you is throwing out hints, so you might as well go ahead and take heed. But anyway, y'all know how I feel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. I'll see y'all later on.